Oh, my apologies, Laika. I was not familiar with your game.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. I'm Amy Newman.
And I'm Chris Carr, and we are two filthy casuals.
And we know that getting into a new fandom can be intimidating with all the gatekeepers out there.
It sure can, or wildly depressing and heartbreaking.
Sorry I did this film to you today.
No, I'm so glad we did. That's why on this podcast we introduce you to a fandom or introduce ourselves to a fandom, and that way you can dip your toe in sans judgment. And today, what a great one that you introduced me to.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm so shocked I've never seen this.
I want to do a quick, it's mid-October.
It is mid-October.
We're talking ParaNorman today, but first I want to do a quick check-in.
Oh, yeah?
How's your October going?
You know, honestly, pretty good.
We don't have to, we can just talk amongst ourselves. We don't
You're
have a
here.
third person sitting there going, they'll introduce me.
They'll talk to me at some point.
Surely they remember I'm here.
And honestly, most of the time, kind of.
Usually.
We go,
hi. Hi.
Just jump scared.
Yeah.
My October's pretty good, although I will say, I mean, you know, everyone knows I'm not a particularly spooky girl.
Right.
But I am an autumnal girl.
Right.
And I just don't know. I mean, this is like the first day it's felt autumnal.
It's nice weather today.
It's really nice weather today.
I'm going to make a soup when I go home.
Ooh, which one are you doing?
I believe I'm going to make a minestrone.
Nice. Yeah. Good choice.
Thank you.
That's very good. But yeah, like my October's been kind of, I'm also thrown off. Like, I know you've been thrown off. You've had the move. I haven't been in my house either because I've been pet sitting. So I've been going back and forth. So I've just felt sort of out of sorts. And I want to just get cozy and a little spooky. And I'm glad we did this today because it did feel like a good reset.
My cat felt that. You came over to watch us and my cat really said, I'm going to get under your butt.
Which, I mean, honestly, that's the move.
He's never done it to me.
That's what I like. Just a little under the butt pat.
It felt very cozy, though.
It was very sweet. So when he wasn't trying to eat my toes, when he wasn't trying to get my goalie debts, that's a fried toe in German. That's what I know because of him. He was adorable. I loved your cat being all snuggly with me. I think it's because I reek of dog.
He's the sweetest criminal.
Oh, my gosh. Which, you know, who doesn't like a bad boy?
It's my cat.
He's a real Sour Patch Kid.
Risotto. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Because just like, I just want to cuddle you. I want to play. I'm going to gnaw your feet off.
About the time I'm ready to drop kick him, he'll just like get in my lap and start purring. And it's like, oh, I've never known love.
Yeah.
Like,
when he's so beautiful, too, so you feel chosen. Dogs, I mean, if a dog doesn't like you, I feel like that is something that's wrong with you.
Sure.
A cat doesn't like you. That's a cat.
I give him 20 minutes.
Yeah. Could change his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my October, confusing.
Sure.
How's your October?
Yeah. I mean, you know, beyond the everything, which, what can I do?
Yeah.
What can I do, truly? What can I do? Help me. Tell me.
It's not rhetorical.
I'd like to fix it. I can't. But beyond that, yeah, it's been weird. I moved at the top of the month, so we're still settling in. Yeah. I put some pumpkins out, and that has turned into a squirrel buffet, as you saw today.
It's great. It's a massacre.
You're going so hard on them. I keep coming out. Some of them just go missing. I put like the little baby pumpkins out, and I go out, and I'm just like, there were 3.
Yeah.
There were 3.
They're living in them now. I just love that one squirrel got the energy and power to then try to take down your Halloween decorations. Like that squirrel had roid rage.
They're fucking it all up.
It was great.
So that's been happening. I don't know. I'm watching a few spooky movies.
Yeah.
And I've just been so tired. I feel like I've made it through like a third of several things.
Yeah.
Took me like 4 times, maybe more. Genuinely, it took us about 5 times to get through the 1941 Wolfman, which is, you are correct if you're going, isn't that movie like an hour and 10 minutes long? Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So things are going really well.
That's how eepy I am. That's how much my brain is just like, well, we did 10 minutes, time for something else. Like it's been.
Oh yeah. I've been like that. We tried to watch Taskmaster the other day, and we did it in 5-minute increments. It took us, I think, 3 hours to watch one episode.
I come back, I'm like, where'd that main guy go? And who's that hairy man? You know, it's been very confusing.
When did the change occur?
I've been to Knott's Scary Farm a couple times. That's been good.
That's
been a
great.
Very scary. Very good. And, watching this today. It was
Yeah,
lovely.
this was cozy.
This was cozy.
Also, Amy made me food, so I felt very taken care of. And coffee. I'm so caffeinated right now.
I'll Venmo you for all of it.
I want you to, though.
I know. You're like, Venmo me. I'm like, I'm not going to Venmo you for a third of a Trader Joe's frozen chow mein.
I want to be polite.
That's so kind.
I don't want to be like, thank you for my food.
I
deserve it.
It's $1.58. Thank you.
In this economy, though, I don't know.
I think we'll break even at some point in this friendship. I like to think.
Maybe.
I'll
keep just dragging you down. It's okay.
You've definitely made me more food than I've made you.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. That's just because I like cooking so much.
You made me better food, that's for sure.
Thanks, buddy. Trader Joe's, that was really nice. But this was so lovely and cozy and sweet. And we got to watch it with Eric, which is always a treat, too. Mm-hmm. I adore him. And with a black cat. Oh, my gosh. What a great little Halloween-y day.
And now I get to, look, ParaNorman is one of those films. I think we all have a handful of movies that do feel like our pet project, that feel like our personal mission of like everyone I talk to goes, oh, I heard that was good.
Sure.
Is that good? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, great. Now it's my job. It's my job. I'm the marketing manager for Laika.
And you're the reason why they're having a 10th anniversary re-release.
Which is not even the 10th anniversary. I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Oh, it's just like
because it came out in 2012.
That's right.
So
I did math very bad.
13th anniversary?
Cause spooky.
I guess.
Neat.
They are re-releasing this. If you are hearing this, that is very much an option. They're re-releasing this in theaters with, I believe, an original short in the ParaNorman universe.
Like that.
So that is an option that I would highly recommend. It's A-list excluded, though, so.
Oh.
Not made of money.
No.
Not made of money.
No, and you have this on physical media.
I do.
That's a real fan. Man. So, plot of ParaNorman.
Yes.
What is it?
So, ParaNorman is a film that is ostensibly for children, though arguably no.
Oof.
It is a young boy named Norman Babcock, who can see ghosts. He can speak to ghosts. He has this special gift where he can communicate with them and see them. It's set in, what is it? It's
Blythe Hollow.
Blythe Hollow, which is essentially a Salem stand. It's a small Massachusetts town with a witchcraft and like a witch hunt history. So yeah, he's this young boy growing up with this gift/curse sort of alienates him and isolates him from his classmates. His dad very much doesn't understand him, just going through the struggle. And long story short, there is the town legend is this witch who was tried for her crimes of witchcraft and hanged. And there's sort of the legend of, the witch of what is it, Blythe Hollow, who comes back every year and we have to, there's the witch's curse kind of thing. Well, of course, that all turns out to be real. And it falls on Norman to help defeat the witch's curse. Turns out it's sort of a family lineage thing. He has a, kind of creepy recluse uncle who it turns out has the same gift, who was holding the, keeping the curse at bay for many years. And he contacts Norman and passes the task along. And that's all. We'll get into spoiler country later, but that's sort of the gist.
Wonderful. It was delightful. This is one of the things, though, that I thought was interesting going into it, too. I knew nothing aside from boy named Norman, like a stop motion.
Yep.
Sweet. I think it's so interesting that unlike Hocus Pocus, where the town not only is very aware of like the lore of their town, they're all super into it and believe it. This town is so commercial, merchandising. No one actually seems to believe the lore. It's just like part of the tourist trap that is their town.
It's a money grab.
Yeah.
No, this movie has a lot of, I think, very smart, very nuanced things to say, and a real cynicism about human nature in a way that I find very refreshing for a quote unquote kids film.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a beautiful movie. It's stop motion. So I feel, look, I like Coraline fine. It's the same production studio, Laika. They also did Kubo and the Two Strings, which I very highly recommend. I don't think that one got enough love either for being. It's
so
a
brilliant.
Beautiful movie. I think Coraline gets a lot of love And that's fine. And I'm not shitting on Coraline, but I think ParaNorman's a better movie.
Coraline is one that I own on physical media.
Yeah.
From when they were doing all like the 3D grabs for DVDs
Yeah,
where it comes with your own glasses. Oh, how fun for me in my house.
Does that even work?
Ish. Yeah. There's like a 3D version that you put your little glasses on for, and you're like, kind of this is working because of the weird color differentiation. But this one, like we talked about before, Norman is so much more sympathetic. Coraline is just very much a kid and at times unlikable, which I think all characters should have those moments and be that way.
Yeah.
But you start off from such a place of care with him versus this is a kid who like maybe isn't adjusting to a move well, maybe isn't getting along with their parents. This, you see him so ostracized by everyone and even his own family that you already start from a place of just really rooting for this sweet boy who just can't help the gift/cursed.
I'll say this. I think Coraline feels like a really good kids movie to me. And I'm not shitting on that. There's plenty of kids movies I like.
Yeah.
ParaNorman kind of feels like a movie for adults that they kept just under a PG.
Yeah. It feels like an A24 and like stop motion film.
Yeah. But again, both beautiful films. Like, I love stop motion. I think Laika does incredible work. Again, that is not me shitting on Coraline. I think it's more just me saying, if you like Coraline, if you like this type of film, if you like this studio, and you haven't seen ParaNorman, I just don't think it gets enough love and respect.
Yeah.
It's a really excellent film. And again, it's just one that I talk to a lot of people who don't know. I think also, I was thinking about it. So this movie came out in 2012. That is the same year that, like, autumn film release season also saw Frankenweenie, and it saw Hotel Transylvania.
Saw Frankenweenie. Love that one.
That's all right.
I think it's precious.
Yeah, it's cute.
That's mostly just because I'm like, yep, that's what I would do with my dog.
I think both. So I was telling you this. I was in college at the time, and I had like a Thursday morning class. And then nothing the rest of the day. And AMC was running some like student, this was pre-A-list days, so I hadn't found my way in my truth yet. But I would go and catch like whatever $4 movie or whatever it was back then, pre-inflation. Yeah. And so I think I saw this one first. So I remember walking out of Frankenweenie and walking out of Hotel Transylvania, like they were all right. But this one blew me the fuck away because I went in knowing nothing, kind of like you did, just really having heard nothing about it. I was the only person in the theater and I was just blown away, with some of the jokes they get away with. Like it really does that, like what I've heard called like the Pixar humor of like, I mean, that'll go over a kid's head, but has fucking funny.
Yeah.
And that's relatively adult. It has a lot of that humor in it and it is heartbreaking. We'll get into some of the nuance of this, but I just remember sitting alone in the theater bawling and just like out loud because I knew I was by myself just going, Jesus Christ, stop. Like I was so floored by how much this movie refused to pull punches.
Yeah.
And again, I think it's so small spoiler, but obviously this is kind of where we're going. So a lot of the idea behind this movie came from the idea of the directors whose names I'm going to double check.
I know Travis Knight is one of the producers.
It's Sam Fell and Chris Butler.
Okay.
Who co-directed it. But basically, they were talking about this concept. Butler had this idea of, zombie movies are often used as social commentary in a million different ways. But, you throw it back to, Night of the Living Dead and so on and so forth. And we're using these movies to discuss social themes. Broader social themes. And so they were like, well, what if we do this to be a movie about like a lot of what kids go through that we're not really having conversations about? And it really becomes this, I think, very intelligently and again, like handled with a lot of nuance, this idea of fear of the unknown and how that can change who you are as like if you let that get away from you, how that can make you act outside of sort of who you are at your core and what your like fundamental moral compass looks like.
Yeah.
And that's a hard concept. That's not just like, be nice to your friends. That's shit I think we all struggle with as adults.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Well, and without completely spoiling what happens too, there is that beautiful line that talks about like, if you have been treated poorly, and I'm going to just kind of paraphrase, like, wouldn't you want the people who hurt you to suffer? isn't that just human nature?
Yeah.
To go, well, yeah, you were cruel to me. I'm going to be cruel right back to you. Yeah. And I think, especially when you look at the world today, there is that knee-jerk reaction of, well, if you're going to be terrible, I'm going to be terrible back to you. And it's so much more difficult and such a braver thing to do to show like kindness and optimism when faced with those kinds of treatments.
Absolutely. But and also that when that conversation happens, Norman's response, I'm always blown away that his response is like, yeah, of course I want those people to suffer, but what good does that do?
Mm-hmm. He's 11.
But that he's not going, I remember when I saw it the first time expecting the answer to be, well, no, I would never want anyone to get hurt. It's like, no, people hurt me. People are bad. People are mean. They're scared. That doesn't make it okay. But a bit of that, we are all still people, and even people who do shitty things. I think it's a movie that really does ask for understanding and redemption within the bounds of you are shitty. And like, that is shitty, and I'm not excusing it, but approaching people with a little more of an edge of, but can we have a real conversation about why you're lashing out in this way? Because at your heart, I always like to say, it's like no one wakes up in the morning and goes, I'm going to be an asshole today.
Yeah.
Maybe some people on the internet.
You know who you are.
You know who you are. Get out of my comments. Get out of my doing my best.
Yeah.
But on the whole, in their actual day-to-day life, very few people wake up and go, I want to be bigoted, I want to be shitty, I want to be mean.
Yeah.
It's coming from a place of fear. It's coming from a place of feeling small. It's coming from a million different complicated and hard emotions that I'm not excusing bad behavior, but that make us act outside of, I think at our core, who a lot of us want to be.
Yeah. But before we started this podcast, we talked about an individual who is being, horrible, but it's also, their life sounds pretty terrible.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty bad. And the worst thing is that they have to keep experiencing that terrible life.
Yeah. Ooh, that's my life pro tip is just I thought you meant like before we started this podcast. I was like, who the fuck was our let's sit down and talk about. No, it's just like someone in our lives being a little shitty.
Yeah.
No, but I always, if I can, I love, it's been a game changer for me. Have I told you, just like when someone's a shithead on the freeway, I like to just really try to take a deep breath and go, you have to wake up tomorrow and be you. Mm-hmm. And you're choosing to face the world with that fucking energy that me going 5 miles under how fast you want to go is like lean on the horn, swerve and cut me off, flip me off, whatever the fuck you think is appropriate there. Mm-hmm. You have to face the world with that attitude, and I get to be me. And I am not perfect, but like I have a lot of things. I have a lot of people who love me and a lot of happiness in my life, and I'm just like chilling, listening to my podcast. Not mine, but sometimes my podcast. I'm a crack up, y'all. Sometimes I'll put it on and I giggle.
I've told you, I edit, and I'm like, I know that we're still having fun because I laugh every time I edit this.
Sometimes I laugh at my own jokes, and that's okay.
It is.
And that's okay, because if I didn't do that, I'd be flipping people off on the 405.
Well, have you ever heard of the let them theory? It's very, very simple. Mel Robbins talks about this, and the whole idea is just let them. And obviously not if somebody is being like violent, problematic, harming people, but the idea is that person wants to behave that way, let them.
Yeah.
They're showing you who they are. You don't have to engage in them because then you're giving them your power, basically.
Yeah.
So when it is that stuff on the freeway, they want to drive fast and give you the bird, let them. They're having a really bad day.
Okie dokie.
Somebody, I've tried to work on this.
I got the funniest bitches on my Spotify right now, but you have fun.
Yeah, just enjoy your day like that. Have the day that you deserve and the day that you're setting yourself up for.
I bet you don't even have your own podcast to listen to.
Which is crazy, because in 2025, everyone does.
Everyone has a podcast.
Everyone. I keep waiting for my parents to have one at this point where I'm like, any day, Marie and Jeff are going to be bored in the condo.
I'd tune in.
I genuinely would. They crack me up. They're so silly. They're so cute. If Debbie had a podcast,
she'd never, but she should.
I'd love it so much.
Mom, we'd listen.
We would. It'd be so good. But yeah, I think like that's a really hard concept, though, not only for adults to grasp, but for children to hear too.
Yeah.
Because we talk so much about like, you have to be fair with people, or you need to do this, or that's right. If someone is mean to you, you should like say something about it. It's really hard to go, hey, sometimes people in this world are going to be horrible, and
it's not fair, and it does suck.
Yeah, and part of being a person is continuing to just show up and try to be the best version of yourself despite all of that.
Yeah.
What a thing to have.
What a thing to have. And it's a beautiful movie.
Stunning. The way this is shot, too.
It's both beautiful and like a little awful to look at.
Yes.
Like it's got a bit of that big mouth, like no character is pleasant to look at, but that's part of the charm.
Everyone already kind of looks like a zombie in the making, which I think is part of the point and charm.
Sure.
And everything is just that very like, oh, these all look like they're claymation, obviously, but they all feel like real people because of that. Because no one's perfect looking.
Yeah.
But the angles that they choose to use, the colors that they choose to use too, that's why I was just like, it's an A24 film because this is so beautiful.
There's some incredible, lighting where it's like, oh, you really captured like, it's like 5:30 in October.
Yeah.
I see it. I see that I'm getting it 100%.
100%. And I'm sure you obviously have to be very thoughtful with stop motion because it's taking 1,000 years to do. But it just felt so much more intentional than some other movies I've seen that a lot of times I think we don't give credence to animation and we view it just it's a children's medium or whatever. And it's really beautiful art that is so intentional and so methodical and you just really can get that sense when you watch this.
And it is wild. No matter how much I watch like making of stuff for stop motion, I can't wrap my head around how long it takes, how much detail work goes into just moving the mouth from this, like a little smile to a little droopier smile to create, or the vowels or the, like it's, I'm not even explaining it well. That's how little I...
No,
it's
tricky.
An impressive art form to me. I do not have the patience. I'll tell you that much.
I always love when you see like all the various heads laid out.
Yep. Like
that's always crazy.
Or whatever, where it's like, well, we gotta.
This is what we have to go through.
The vowels, yeah. No, it's crazy. No, really visually interesting movie.
Soundtrack is killer.
The score, throw some of that shit on your autumn playlist. Shout out to, I think it was John Bryan is his name. Beautiful score. And I was saying, I don't know if it was intentional at all, but it reminds me so much of, we talked about on the Patreon, The Great Pumpkin Waltz from It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. One of my favorite pieces of music. Just makes me feel like both cozy and like there's just a lump in my throat all at the same time. And there's a musical score that runs throughout this that reminds me a ton of that.
It feels very reminiscent of that.
Yeah, just so cozy, so autumnal, but so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is just something like aching about the sound, the aesthetic, the story.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so good. Should we get into some of the spoilery stuff?
I think we can.
Yeah.
This movie did come out 13 years ago.
This is very true.
Get on it, baby.
With some of that in mind too, with the re-release, I'm not a parent. I don't want to tell you how to parent your child. You get to do whatever you want. What we're about to explain plot-wise though is something that is maybe this isn't for your little kids.
It's not. I will say, there's a lot of scary imagery in this movie.
Yeah.
And I think imagery that is genuinely unsettling, genuinely scary. Even stuff that is some of the zombie stuff, which is funny and fun to look at.
Still very creepy.
Kind of creepy, kind of upsetting. And it does build to a very intense third act.
Yeah.
That is genuine peril, genuine creepy, genuine intense in a way that, honestly, it is a PG-rated movie. It is a bit of I would go in with some discretion for any kid under about 13.
Yeah.
And look, it would go right over their heads. There are a lot of jokes that are how did you get away with that one?
Yeah, there's so many caked up ladies in this, y'all. There's so many jokes about booties and things that is just really great. But then there's some like dark, heavy, sinister stuff too.
Yeah. So, should we banjo?
Am I going to get it right this time?
Guess we'll find out.
That looked long. And if it's not, I'll put this, the banjo file has remained in the drive. Think that's wrong? Should I hit another one? Because on Kyle's, I hit surprise motherfucker and was like, oh no.
I missed the Mamma Mia one.
Oh, that one's so good. I need to figure out how to move them all onto one board because they all are
You
on
need
separate
to figure out
things.
how to learn which one is
I
which.
know. I know.
This would be such a useful tool if we actually
Knew what they were doing. And then story of my life. If I actually knew what I was doing.
I'd be great at this. We're going to start saying that instead of if you followed this fandom, you'd be home. If we knew what we were doing, we'd have a really good podcast.
Yeah.
Someday. But you not liking my podcast, I think, is actually just you lashing out of fear.
Of the unknown.
I think you don't understand me. Mm-hmm. I think you don't understand my silly little dumb brain. And you're lashing out.
Yeah.
How dare you?
So why don't you think about
Why
that?
don't you look into your heart and then take your little fingy and click 5 stars.
I was trying to see where that was going to go. I was like, what do you want them to do?
Well, take your little fingy and dealer's choice.
Yeah.
You know?
Whatever cooks your bacon.
I'm not here to tell you who to be.
Yeah.
So there's a reveal in this movie that is, I haven't seen every movie, but it feels like it's one of the sadder things I've seen in a movie in a hot second.
Yeah.
So I do think, and on a rewatch, it's beautifully foreshadowed because you get all this witch imagery and it very much plays with your expectations of a witch, right? You know, Norman has this gift, but you don't really connect it to, well, who is this, right?
Yeah.
This is a person too. So in the town, you get the statue of the witch and all the imagery and the merchandise and the town sign.
The play.
And it's all very much playing into that like green, big hook nose, old hag kind of witch.
Yeah.
You know, this is supposed to kind of be Puritan times, like early, you know, it's Massachusetts, like early colonial America. Yeah. And Norman keeps getting these kind of flashes. And Norman ultimately gets this flashback of the trial. And it's an 11-year-old girl, just like Norman, who can speak to the dead. And it is the saddest. It's a really good movie up until that point. And I think that's what escalates it into, oh, this is special.
Yeah.
And this is brave. And this is really, really fucking sad. And so he ends up realizing rather than trying to defeat this witch or, you know, it's not about defeating this curse. It's about this is a little kid just like me who is coming back every year because she was ripped away from her mother and killed. And I have to just go talk to her.
Yeah.
And just help her feel seen and help her feel understood and explain to her that I do know what she's going through and I have been put through similar things with like the bullying I've experienced. And it's so fucking sad.
It's so sad.
I bawl my eyes out every year.
It was rough, dude. Like, this was a very intense moment in a film that I was expecting when you're like, it's the saddest movie. It was like, okay.
You're like, okay. And then he's talking to the 11-year-old girl and she goes, is this where they buried me? Oh. My apologies, Laika. I was not familiar with your game.
Yeah. Well, I think, too, you brought up, like, it's really, though, when you think about, again, quote-unquote children's media,
yeah,
they so often dance around anyone dying. And so it'll be a phrase like, she's gone. She's no longer with us. She was taken from us. It's point blank, you killed her.
They killed me.
Yeah. And Norman says it to the people who did it. She says it. You know, I was taken from my mom. Like, I died before this happened. Like, all these things. It is not beating around the bush in any way, shape, or form.
No.
This was a horrible, horrible atrocity that someone needs to pay for in some kind of way. But what is the retribution? And is vengeance the answer to that, too?
Well, and then we even get, again, talking about that this is an incredibly, I keep using the word nuanced, but it really is, I think, just the word, because it's not about a black and white, good people, bad people. It's people who thought they were doing the right thing and because they were scared made a terrible, terrible mistake. And the moment when he actually talks to, so there's the zombies who are the judge and the townspeople who made the decision to kill Aggie, the little girl who's the witch now, according to the town. And he finally talks to the judge who comes back as this zombie. And he talks about, you know, we thought we were doing the right thing and we were scared and we now pay for this mistake because our souls can't be released because she's holding us here. And we recognize that we did the wrong thing, but we did it because we thought we were saving our town. And it's like most kids' movies don't get again, these are like hard fucking concepts.
Yeah. When you see how this comes full circle, too, with where the town is present day, with how they react to seeing the zombies, how they react to treating Norman.
Oh, I love all those moments where they're like, the zombies are eating the people. It's like, no, the people are. I mean, there's so much in this movie about fucking mob mentality and how the town is so excited to get to rip these zombies apart because they're scary. But it's like, no, this very quickly twists into everybody kind of getting off on getting to be this angry, destructive mob.
Yeah. You've been given permission to act in your most lizard brain form.
Yeah. No, there's so much in this movie that's just, I think, so smart and so beyond what a kid's movie would normally tackle about being a human and being a human who makes mistakes.
It's a little throwaway, like, co-star moment, too. But that thing that happens with the, like, oh, I was just following everyone else, or, like, I didn't do anything. So, like, you see that a bunch of adults don't actually really like fully grasp the lesson because they still don't take ownership over what they did. It was, well, I was caught up in the moment. Yeah. Everyone else was doing it. So I just went along with it. Yeah. It wasn't me. It was everyone.
Yeah.
And so you still see how like there's room for growth in this town still. We didn't solve everything.
Yeah.
But we have a few people now who are a little bit more open-minded and a little less trigger happy.
Yeah. But it's funny. You are just gonna. I'm recognizing now this doesn't sound like a funny movie.
Oh, there's some really great moments though.
There's a sign that says "Witchy Wieners" and the W burns out, and then it says "Itchy Wieners." And come on now,
it's real good.
Come on now,
it's real good.
We're having fun. We're having fun through the tears.
What was the bit that we were dying over though? I'm trying to remember. One was the playing fetch moment.
Yeah,
because it's just like they're actual kids who are doing the voices, and that
it's Cody Smith McPhee.
Yeah,
I believe is
and
his
so
name.
he little when he made this.
Yeah, not Power of the Dog era.
No,
hate that movie.
I still haven't seen it.
Don't.
But you can tell they're actual
or do
children.
I'm sorry, I didn't care for it. I'm sure it's fine.
I don't feel like it'll be my cup of tea, but I should see it still so I can make that decision. But
don't you love when Benedict Cumberbatch does an American accent?
When I hear, because it doesn't bother me as much as it does you, but now when I hear him do it, I can only think about your rage.
It drives
when you're just like,
me.
Son of a bitch.
Insane.
But like that moment of playing fetch is so precious between those two kids.
Well, that makes me teary-eyed too. Because the music, it's that fucking musical score gets me every time. Yeah. But it's this moment of seeing Norman see his gift as a positive. So he befriends like a kid who kind of Neil,
who's perfect.
Yeah, who actually kind of wants to befriend him, unlike everyone else at his school. And Neil asks, like, "Oh, if you can see the dead, can you see my dog?" And so he sees the dog, and it's kind of they get to play fetch, and it's also this beautiful moment of like someone seeing his gift as a nice thing and not just bullying him for it. It's so lovely. And then there's just some really funny like physical humor in there and stuff too.
They do some really good bits in this that are great.
There's a lot of legit joke attempts, and I would say a majority of them really do land for me.
Yeah.
A couple of them are a little like, all right, kids movie joke, whatever. Yeah. But on the whole, I think most of the jokes land and are pretty funny. Oh, yeah.
I died over. You're the oldest, not mentally. It's some really, really good stuff in there. And also, all of the characters, even though we like really jump in with everybody, I feel like we have a really strong grasp of who everyone is. Yeah. And sure, they're based slightly on tropes, which is, what most movies do, and particularly what most horror movies do.
Sure.
But everyone has their moment where you go, oh, I completely understand who this person is. Yeah. And they continue to show up as themselves, but often still surprise me too.
How do we feel? I'm always on the fence about how I feel about the third act reveal with Mitch.
Oh.
Because I remember when it came out, everyone was like, brave. But it's very, like, now in a 2025 lens, it does feel like a little, it's the Macklemore same love allyship. You know what I mean?
It does feel like.
Of like, it's very early 2010s.
Yeah.
So basically there is, and I do respect, and they have spoken on, this is a movie about bigotry, essentially, at its core. This is a movie about people being bigoted, people being hateful, people being aggressive to others because of their own like fear and their own biases and whatever. And they were like, so we did want to put our money where our mouth was. Like I do think it does work on the level of like, it's a little nudge, nudge, wink, wink, but it is a bit of a, yeah, duh, this is of course part of what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. So there's a character who is sort of the jockey older brother of Neil the friend, and then Norman's older sister is like crushing on him the whole movie. Yeah. They both the siblings get wrapped up in the whole adventure, and at the very end there's a reveal where she's like, oh, we should go see a movie, and he's like, oh yeah, let's go, you'd love my boyfriend.
Yeah.
And again, is it a little that 2010s like, we're acknowledging gay people exist? You will not see anything happen. Yeah. But gay people are real. Period.
And a whole bunch of middle America went, what?
Well, you know what? It did get it a GLAAD Award nomination. So, that really was, again, this was when Macklemore was like, I could draw, and I thought maybe I was gay. And everyone was like, hell yeah. So, I can't speak to it. I'm not, obviously.
It does have a little bit of that, like, Voltron where we, like, throw in that this one character in the final season is gay. Yeah. It feels a little, oh no, Dumbledore's been gay the whole time.
Right. I'm not trying to speak for the LGBTQ plus community, but it does feel just a little bit like that. But again, time and place.
Yeah.
That I remember that was a big deal when it happened. I remember it's to this day a lot of times when I talk to people about this movie, mm-hmm. people are like, is that the one that has like the reveal that a character's gay? So people were talking about, again, I do think it is a funny thing when we watch our old favorites kind of having to mm-hmm. go, it feels a little silly and shoved in now, but like people were kind of shocked by that reveal in a kid's movie.
Well, people still are though. So that's the only argument I can do for it of we're still having this with people like Snoop Dogg being like, no, I have to explain something to my grandson. What, that people love each other? Get over yourself.
Right. Like, well, I mean, I suppose it wasn't that long ago they were like, and LeFou is gay. It's like, we knew that, first of all. Yeah. You didn't come up with anything there. But also,
we all read the room.
Yeah.
When someone sings a song about your muscles, they're probably into you.
The closet was made of glass, LeFou. Just come out.
We can see in there.
It's okay. So again, a little of the moment, but I can't speak for communities that are not my own, mm-hmm. but I am personally always a fan of, I will take imperfect representation that then can become a conversation about how we can improve it. Yeah. Then that wasn't perfect, so why bother?
Mm-hmm. Very true.
And I do think it was very much done with their heart in the right place. And it was done from a place of, this is a movie about bigotry. Mm-hmm. Here, let's take this pencil and connect a few dots for you.
Yeah.
But they went for it. They tried. Mm-hmm. They tried something.
Yeah. And sometimes you got to do a little bit of that spoon feeding.
Mm-hmm.
These are the same folks sometimes who are like, wait, the X-Men's an allegory for something? And you're like, yeah.
Ugh, yeah. Woke Star Wars.
I hate it.
Ugh.
They handle it as well as they could, I think, in 2012.
In 2012.
Yeah.
No, because I mean, good Lord, if you did that in a kid's movie now, people would still be like...
Exactly. Whereas in Pixar, you did what? I hate it. Well, get over it.
Go watch fucking Boss Baby then. I don't care.
Yeah.
Bigots can only watch Boss Baby.
I've never seen those movies. No, Talking Babies creep me out anyway.
I'm sure.
I don't like it. Oh, sorry.
That baby had some bad takes.
Isn't it voiced by Alec Baldwin?
I don't remember. I don't know.
Oh, just capitalism infant. What a fun premise for a movie.
That baby just looks right at the camera in the new one and just goes, Tylenol, and then smiles like this.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, they went there.
Man.
It's rough.
Woof.
So don't go see Boss Baby.
Boss Baby.
Are they still making those?
Probably.
How many were there? How many Boss Babies? I know there's only one Boss Baby in both the movies and my heart.
There's at least two, and then I want to say there's a show on Netflix.
What?
I think. I could be wrong. I know there's 2 Boss Baby movies, though.
Well, and then there's Boss Baby's origin.
Like from in the womb?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's remote. He's on Zoom.
He's doing Microsoft Teams. Oh.
Yeah. Tagging the Slack channel.
We've got some really great ideas for Boss Baby.
Boss Baby or
Baby in
Boss
utero.
Baby origins, comma Boss. Well, they wouldn't say fetus. That's too controversial.
In utero baby. I don't know. Yeah, I like the
The
idea
beginnings.
though. Yeah, Boss Baby remote work. I think is pretty good. That's great.
Hopping on a Zoom call. He blurs the background, but you can tell he's in a uterus.
Yeah. It's hard to put the wallpaper up on that one, you know.
We see it, sir.
But ParaNorman. Oh, this is just a reminder, too, that it is completely us that gets off track. A guest always tries to bring us back in. It's always them being like, so my topic.
Hey, I have 3 pages of notes, and we're like, what else do you think the Boss Baby could do? He has a little suit, right? We didn't watch it, but we're going to do 10 minutes on Boss Baby.
No apologies for this.
I didn't feel good about my Pixar or my DreamWorks smile.
No? Better on that one?
It's why you gotta go on YouTube.
Yeah.
You're missing the magic if you're audio only.
Absolutely you are. Man.
Again, okay, here's what I'll say. If you like Coraline, if you like, you're wrong. No shade to Coraline. I think they might be giant sit songs for that.
Oh, really?
I think like the other father song is John Linnell singing.
Dang, I'm gonna have to rewatch.
There it was. Organic DreamWorks smirk. USDA choice.
Wait, do it again.
I can't.
Oh man, because I was gonna just do a somebody once.
But if you like things like Coraline, honestly, if you like a favorite of the show, favorite of the pod, Over the Garden Wall. That actually, I believe, got a lot of, because this was back in my Tumblr days when it came out, there was a lot of crossover art.
Oh.
A lot of like ParaNorman,
I can
Over
see
the Garden
that.
Wall crossover.
Yeah.
I think they're similarly for kids but mature. I think they're similarly melancholy and kind of dark. And not afraid to pull punches. I think they both do that thing where it's like, kids should have a few nightmares. Yes. It's fine.
They need to learn about the concept of death eventually.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, there is, since we're in spoiler country, I actually watching it, I was like, Aggie towards the end, some of the way they draw her in that final kind of fight reminds me a lot of, is it Lorna in Over the Garden Wall? Sort of her ghostly persona.
Yeah.
Feels very similar.
It was kind of a mix of that. And then did you ever see Rise of the Guardians, the like Jack Frost Santa Easter Bunny movie?
I know Tumblr really, I did not.
Oh, they really liked it.
Oh, Tumblr and that Jack Frost.
I wasn't even on Tumblr and I knew, because if you like Google that movie, it's just like, would you like a bunch of fan fiction and art? And I'm like, not for me, dog, but.
And then they would do, if I'm remembering correctly, it was that, How to Train Your Dragon, and Frozen.
Yeah.
And everybody was kissing.
There was a lot of Jack Frost and Elsa, and I was like, y'all didn't read the room on Elsa, I don't think. That doesn't sound right. But in Rise of the Guardians, there's a little...
She knew how to draw, if you know what I mean.
There's a little Sandman character that kind of reminded me of like the way that they did Aggie.
Yeah. But yeah, if you like Over the Garden Wall, if you like Coraline, if you like... I don't know. I think that genre of... Honestly, it does remind me a little of Peanuts. It's darker, but it's that same, like, kids are smart and kind of depressed media. Obviously, it's much more modern, and it goes a lot harder.
Yeah.
No one's getting, hanged in It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, but...
There's a little almost like Stranger Things Season 1, too.
Sure. Kids
Of
going
just-
on an adventure kind of vibes.
Yeah. And we're not getting like Demogorgons, but you're still getting some spooky stuff.
Oh, yeah. all that to say, if you are looking for something to add to your Halloween repertoire, highly recommend it. Particularly, I am always happy as someone who previously was not a horror movie girly. I'm always happy to be able to pitch, hey, here's a good one that's got a great Halloween-y vibe and skews a little creepy, but is not terrifying. It does have some hocus pocus vibes, just like the town and the curse and the whatever.
Sure.
So I recommend it. Yeah. Go catch it in theaters if you get an opportunity, because it is a visually, it's kind of a masterpiece.
It's stunning.
But if not, excuse me. Go catch it.
A chow mein coming up?
I hate it here.
Safe space. You can just breathe it right on me. I won't know. It's fine.
This is the opposite of ASMR, is what I just did. Go watch the movie.
Someone's going to be into it.
Turn this off, because what's happening to me is bad. And I don't want you to hear it anymore.
Man, just like how someone was really into how Kyle talked about feet, someone's going to really like how that noise came out. And they're going to hit 5 stars.
I can't do the DreamWorks smirk. I am trying.
I know who you are.
There it is. And that's the video.
Yeah.
That's the video poster. What's it called? Thumbnail. Jesus.
It's okay.
How's my October going? She dared to ask. You know.
I've had like 48 ounces of coffee today, man. Like, you're all good. You're doing great.
So, happy October.
Happy October.
Go watch this movie.
Yeah.
Don't be hateful.
Yeah.
Just because you're scared. I mean, you get to be a piece of shit about it.
We get to go back to, be curious, not judgmental.
And don't murder a child.
Don't murder a child.
Don't.
Hot take.
Bad.
Brave of us to say. And if you want to stick around for more brave takes, you can find us on Patreon for some unfiltered, unedited episodes. Patreon.com/2filthycasuals, where you get 2 bonus episodes. Pod. 2 Filthy Casuals pod.
Send your money to the right place.
Yes, please.
We beg.
Yeah.
You can also find us always on Instagram, on TikTok, at 2 Filthy Casuals pod. We're wherever you get your podcasts. And we are on YouTube at 2 Filthy Casuals pod as well. If you like what you're hearing, if you can take a second to rate, review, subscribe, thumbs up, whatever is appropriate for how you are consuming this content.
Smash that like button.
We sure do appreciate it.
Yeah.
And happy middle of October. Make these 2 weeks count. Go do something spooky.
Yeah.
Make some soup. And until next time, I don't know.
Go do something spooky. Make some soup. I read as one thought. That soup is going to be scary.
What's the scariest soup? Ooh. Oh, no, that sounded like the setup for a joke.
I'm trying to legitimately think about what the scariest soup would be. I don't know.
Chowder, but it's ow because you got stabbed. All right, I'm not submitting that one to the popsicle stick joke, people. Okay? Until next time, I'm Amy Newman.
I'm Chris Carr.
And if you followed this fandom, you'd be home by now.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.